Welcome to My Loose Ends. So today we're going to make taralli. Taralli is a snack from the Pugliese or Puglia region of Italy, and it's kind of like a cracker or a cross between a cracker and a pretzel. It's really good. They're addictive. So we had them on our trip, a couple of weeks ago. So I want to try to recreate them. So we'll see how it goes. So the recipe starts off with 2 cups of flour. So I'm going to use a bowl because I'm not really confident that I won't make a mess all over the counter or have the olive oil and wine go everywhere when I add the liquid ingredients to the flour. So for me, a bowl is just safer. You could do it however you like. Let's see. So to the flour, I'm going to add about a 1/4 cup of grated hard cheese. You can use Parmesan Reggiano. I'm just using something that I honestly don't remember the name to. We got it a couple weeks ago. It has a pretty strong odor. It kind of reminds me of Romano cheese. So this isn't really in some of the recipes that I've been looking at. So I just kind of want to try it and see how it goes. So I'm not adding a ton because I don't really want to alter, the main ingredients too much. I'm also going to add a teaspoon of salt, about a 1/2 teaspoon of ground fennel. Some recipes I've seen use full fennel seeds. I don't really want to do that here. And I'm also using about a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. So I'm going to add all those to the flour, and I'm going to whisk them together just so they're combined. And then I'll make a well, and then we can add the wet ingredients. So for the wet ingredients, the first one is olive oil. For the wet ingredients, the first one is olive oil. So I'm using a 1/3 cup of olive oil. And place that in the well. And then the next ingredient is 2/3 cup of dry white wine. Now, surprisingly, I don't have Chardonnay or a dry wine like that on hand. So the only kind of dry wine I have is Prosecco. So we're going to see how that goes. And I guess the good thing is I'm going to have more left over to enjoy because you can't let this sit open. So 2/3 cup. Glad I'm using a bowl because it already went over the well. Cheers. So I'm going to start to combine the ingredients with a fork, and then once it gets a little more firm and a little more put together, I'm going to knead it by hand for about 10 minutes. Okay, so the water's boiled. I put some salt in it just to season it. So next we're going to do is roll out the dough. So I'm going to pinch off about a tablespoon size. And I'm going to roll it out. and kind of cross it over like that. Just to form this kind of teardrop sort of shape. You want to kind of want to pinch the ends together. So I can do a few of these. I might do these, a couple just a little bit larger just to see how it goes. So probably about a tablespoon size or something in that range. Something like that just to see. We had a couple larger size ones, so I just kind of want to see how they cook. So I'm going to continue to make the taralli. When it goes in the pot, it's going to cook in batches, in small batches, and probably takes about 30 seconds to a minute to boil. And then we're going to place the pieces of taralli on the parchment, and then it's going to bake in the oven. So I'm going to continue rolling out the dough, and I'll see you back once that's done. So they're starting to rise, so I'm going to remove them. Alright, both racks are done. Don't judge their inconsistent size. So they're going to go into the oven, which is at 375 degrees Fahrenheit, for about 35 minutes. And then we'll check them, and maybe they might need a little longer than that, but we'll see. Really good. Crunchy. You can taste the garlic a little bit. Cheese, not as much as I would like, but it's there. And the fennel's there. I feel like it's good. Maybe try a few more variations, but it's definitely good. Cheers.